Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Our topic, very interesting topic for today. Who are the market participants in the futures market? So in short, another words that we can use is who are the market players in futures market. We need to know. Why we need to know? Because we need to know who is our competitors. By knowing your competitors, what are they doing in the market, at least you know what is going to happen in the market itself. So we have three different market participants which we are going to cover in this particular topic itself. So before that, if this is your first visit, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and on your notification bell. My name is Ting Ting. Let us start with our topic. Now, before that, please remember we have a disclaimer. This topic is only meant for education purposes only. There's no buy or sell call. You need to be responsible for your own buy and sell call. Now, three users of futures market. I repeat, we have three users, so technically you will know who are the players. So these users, in short, you also can call it players, users, or different type of market participant. Now, the first user in the market is what we call it as a hedger. Now, don't read at this all. I will explain to you. So mainly hedgers is like those for fund managers, etc., insurance company, etc., or even commodities players or refineries, etc. They are hedgers. So what is hedgers? In short, hedgers is like buy and insurance. So it's what we call it as the process is what we call it as a hedging process. So it's like buy and insurance. What does this mean? Let me show it to you. First thing, you need to understand when FBM KLCI, for example, is moving higher. What is your expectation of FKLI? I repeat, when FBM KLCI is moving higher, what is your expectation of FKLI? Definitely, technically should be higher as well, right? Am I correct? Because FKLI is a derivative product of FBM KLCI. This is our parents. We are the kids. So for example, how our parents react, it will reflect how our characters as well. For example, if my parents is hot temper, I will inherit the hot temper as well. I will be hot temper as well. So people saying that looking at the parents will know how the kids behave. So similar perception. FBM KLCI, how they move will affect us as a derivative product, which is a FKLI. So the same thing. Let's say, for example, when FBM KLCI retrace, what is your expectation of FKLI? Definitely will retrace as well. Am I correct? But the problem is this. When the FBM KLCI, meaning if moving higher, meaning your stocks is doing well, you're going to have profit. But what if FBM KLCI experience a downtrend market? I repeat, what if the FBM KLCI experience a downtrend market? Then what's going to happen? You're going to suffer losses in your stocks. Am I correct? For example, I put a very small amount of money. Let's say you suffered 2,000. So if you are going to hedge your FBM KLCI, your stocks, what can you do? So if I'm going to hedge, meaning during a downtrend, FKLI, I will need to sell a contract. So previously, I remember that we have a topic of hedging. How do you hedge? How many contracts? You can go through, and subsequently, we are going to cover the topic as well. So let's say, for example, FKLI, right? During a downtrend, you can start by selling a futures contract. And let's say, for example, because when the market retrace, if you sold a FKLI contract, you're going to make money. So indirectly, this loss is going to contra your this profit is going to contra your loss in your underlying market. So as I mentioned to you just now, hedging, the purpose is not for us to make money. So even they are losing money in futures products, it doesn't mean that overall their whole portfolio is a negative. In this case, for example, you are making money in your futures, but you are losing money in your underlying. So hedging is not for you to make money, it's just for you to protect your underlying itself. So it can be FBM KLCI, it can be CPO also. In CPO, many of the hedges as well. So this is the first concept that you need to understand. So it doesn't mean that everyone going into a futures market with a target of making money. because they might have other intention. They might have other objective as well. So that's the reason why today I'm going to go through with you 3 different users, 3 different market players, 3 different market participants. At least you understand. Then you will know what is going to happen in the market and you can react accordingly. Now, the second type of user is what we call as speculator. I'm so sorry that the terms is exactly speculator. So speculator is like you and me. We are the normal retail players. So technically, if you forecast that it's a bullish market, you will just long a futures contract. If you forecast that it's a bearish market, you will just short a futures contract. So technically, whatever you are making or losing in futures market, that is your profit or losses. It's very direct. Unlike hedges, which if they are losing money in futures market, they might be making money in their underlying markets. So you cannot say that they are losing money in futures. They might be making in other areas or in other assets. It's okay. So this is what we call as speculators. So speculators, as I mentioned to you, is like us as a retailers. We are speculators. Sorry, there's no words called traders or investor. So they categorize as speculators. Now, the last user is what we call as arbitrager. Please don't look at this explanation. I'm going to explain to you first. The arbitrager, the keywords is riskless profit. You're going to get riskless profit. Now, what does this mean? Very simple. For example, if I'm going to buy the phone, let's say for example in Malaysia, I'm going to buy this phone at the price of ringgit Malaysia 5,000. Let's say if I'm going to get it in US at 3,000 ringgit Malaysia, already included those exchange differences, the exchange rate, included the transportation fees, everything. And if I'm going to buy in US at 3,000 ringgit Malaysia, and I'm going to buy in Malaysia 5,000 ringgit Malaysia, what are you going to do? Definitely you are going to buy in US and you're going to sell in Malaysia. Am I correct? So you buy in US at 3,000, you sell in Malaysia at 5,000 ringgit Malaysia, you're going to make 2,000 of riskless profit. So that is our definition. So you're going to buy in different market the same products and you're going to make the difference. This is what we call as arbitrager. Because sometimes the pricing in different markets, there's a price differences. So why there is an open and closed inverted comma for riskless? Because technically there's nothing called riskless. Even your saving itself, right? If you put in the FD, is there any risk or not? There's some risk as well. If let's say for example, touch wood, the bank closed down, then you have a risk as well. Although the possibility is very low, that's the reason why we put it as a riskless. It's like just now the example, I buy in US, I ship it to Malaysia. What if during the transportation journey, there's something happen? Although the possibility is low, that's the reason why we call it as a riskless profit. So for example, some of the traders, they will buy FCPO market, then they will sell in soybean market because they consider this as 2 same products. Because you can replace, it's a complement products, you can replace at any time. So you can trade, for example, in Malaysian market, then you sell another country or another exchange products. So this is what we call it as arbitrager. You buy at a higher price, you buy at a lower price market and sell it in a higher price market, and you can make the differences. That is your riskless profit. So I'm going to just do a very quick summary. So technically there are 3 different types of players in the futures market. We have hedger, we have speculator, and we have arbitrager. Subsequently, these all hedgers, speculator, and arbitragers, we are going to elaborate further in our subsequent YouTube topics or video. And so this will end our topic for today. I'm going to see you in our next topic. But before I end, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and on the notification bell. And please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I'm going to see you in our next video. Bye bye.